It is 9 p.m. in RTD. Time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines we have the mayor of Rabat, Ms. Fathia El Mudni, on a working visit to Djibouti. A new turning point for financial accessibility, East Africa Bank and Djibouti Post. For the international scene, Joe Biden talks with Donald Trump in the White House. Welcome to our newsroom. The Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, received today Mr. Miao Jianmin, chairman of China Merchant Group, accompanied by Abu Bakr Umar Hadi, chairman of the Djibouti Ports and Free Zone Authority. The aim of the meeting was to strengthen strategic ties as part of the One Belt, One Road initiative and to consolidate Djibouti as a logistic and maritime hub in Africa. Discussion is focused on developing port infrastructure and establishing an economic and financial center to attract investors. The Prime Minister stressed the importance of this partnership in boosting Djibouti's economic development and make it one of the world's leading free trade zones. The China Merchant Group confirmed its commitment to deploying the works for the first half of 2025. With a strategy of gradual growth, the meeting underlined the key objectives of the partnership, focusing on the strategic vision and immediate commitment. The meeting was also attended by Naguib Abdullah Mohammed Kamil, Secretary General of the Prime Minister's offices. And then the Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, had the pleasure of welcoming Ms. Fathia El Mudni, Mayor of Rabat, accompanied by her official delegation, and Mr. Saeed Daoud, Mayor of Djibouti. The aim of this official visit is to strengthen relations of cooperation and brotherhood between Djibouti and the Kingdom of Morocco in crucial areas such as urban development and sustainable management of infrastructure. Discussion is focused on issues of common interest with the Moroccan model of local governance, highlighted as a source of inspiration, particularly for its management of urban services and its effectiveness in meeting citizens' needs. Discussions explored initiatives for sustainable and inclusive urbanizations as well as innovation solutions aimed at improving the quality of life of local residents. The issue of integrating new technology into their urban infrastructure was also addressed, with both parties recognizing the importance of this of urban modernization to keep pace. The Moroccan delegation, led by Ms. Fathia El Mudni, Mayor of Rabat, then visited the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. She was welcomed by Dr. Nabil Mohammed Ahmed, the Minister of Higher Education and Research, in the presence of Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdillah, Minister of Health, the Mayor of Djibouti, the Ambassador of Djibouti to Morocco, the President of Commune of Balbala, elected. It was an opportunity to discuss ways of strengthening bilateral relations between the two sister countries in various fields in general and in higher education, health in particular. The aim of this strategic meeting was to discuss bilateral cooperation projects, exploring prospects for collaboration in the field of education research. The reception ceremony was marked by various activities, including a cultural presentation during which the various traditional dances of our country were performed by young Djiboutians. On Thursday, the city of Djibouti welcomed a large official delegation from the city of Rabat, led by Ms. Fathia El Mudni, the mayor of Rabat. The visit, orchestrated by Mr. Saeed Daoud Mohammed, mayor of Djibouti, and his deputy, was part of a drive to strengthen cooperation ties between the two capitals. Local elected representatives, the president of Commune of Balbala and Rastika, as well as municipal executives, were also present to mark Djibouti's hospitality towards their Moroccan counterpart. The Moroccan counterpart also present Djibouti's ambassador to Morocco, Mr. Mohamed Duhour Hersi, the consular at the Embassy of Kingdom of Morocco, Yassine Khalifa. A rich and varied programs of visit was prepared for the Moroccan delegation. The meeting began with the signing of a strategic partnership agreement between the two cities, reinforcing their collaboration in areas of common interest. Ms. Fathia Al Mudni then signed the guest book of the city of Djibouti, a gesture symbolizing the importance of this visit for both capitals. Djibouti City Council is delighted with this meeting, which marks an important step in consolidating the relationship between the two sister cities. Ms. Al Mudni's visit follows that of Mayor of Djibouti, Said Daoud Mohammed, who visited Rabat in July 2022 to lay the foundations for this cooperation. It was on that occasion that he officially invited Ms. Al Mudni to Djibouti. The mayor of Rabat, Ms. Fathia Al Mudni, said that the city of Djibouti welcomes these fruitful exchanges, which bears witnesses to the commitment of the two sister capitals to work together for the well-being of their citizens and the development of their respective communities. The aim of this city-city partnership is to promote exchanges of expertise and to launch joint initiatives in favor of harmonious and sustainable development. For his part, the mayor of Djibouti City, Said Daoud Mohammed, said that it gives me a pleasure to welcome my sister, the mayor of Rabat, from the Kingdom of Morocco. We're here to Djibouti. We had our first discussions at the meeting in Kenya, where Djibouti was represented by the president of the commune of Balbala. Following this discussion, is the president of the commune of Balbala, and I traveled to Morocco to sign a partnership agreement. The aim of this agreement is to build a modern multi-services office in the commune of Balbala in order to meet the needs of the populations and modernize services. The foundation stone of this office will be laid this Sunday, and work will begin immediately afterwards. During the mayor of Rabat's working visit, we will also be discussing opportunities for cooperation in various fields between our two sister countries. East Africa Bank today announced a new collaboration agreement with the La Poste de Djibouti, consolidating an already well-been established partnership. This initiative marks an important step towards improving the accessibility of financial services for the Djiboutian population, demonstrating the commitment of both institutions to meet the growing needs of their customers. This agreement is part of a shared vision to make banking services more accessible, particularly for population living in remote areas, by leveraging the expertise of La Poste. East Africa Bank aims to provide first-class customer support, which is essential to enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty. La Poste de Djibouti, with its extensive networks, will play a key role in managing call centers, ensuring a quick and efficient response to customer requests. The collaboration also provides comprehensive support, including personalized support services, after sales assistance for bank cards and electronic payment, as well as telemarketing initiatives. For his part, the General Director of the East Africa Bank, Mr. Mohammed Kamil Mohammed, said that the main objective of this alliance is to improve the quality of customers' interaction through a customer-centric approach. The two institutions will work together to ensure that users' needs are understood and meet. East Africa Bank's customers will benefit from a more responsive services and more tailored assistance, which is crucial in the ever-changing financial landscape. For his part, the General Director of the Djibouti Post, Bahnan Ali Medal, said that this agreement between East Africa and the Djibouti Post is a significant step forward in improving financial services in Djibouti. By joining forces, these two institutions demonstrate their commitment to meet the needs of the population and promoting a more accessible and inclusive financial environment. In partnership with the Ministry of Communication, the National Communication Commission yesterday launched a new innovative training course on photography and drone piloting intended for professionals in the public and private media wishing to diversify their skills. This training workshop is initiated by the National Communication Commission with the financial support of the Presidency of the Republic and the expertise of Mr. Christophe, an internationally renowned professional photographer and holder of more than 12 international awards. This training aims to meet the growing demand for qualified professionals in this booming sector. Technical learning participants will discover the fundamental principles of drone piloting, as well as photography techniques to capture high-quality images. The president of the National Communication Commission, Mr. Ali Mohammed Dimbio, said that the practical workshops will be organized to allow participants to pilot drones in different environments while mastering their camera setting. More than 13 professionals from the writing press, audiovisuals, and social media had the chance to benefit from this training. This morning of November 14, 2024, the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces went to the naval base of the Djibouti Marine. Upon his arrival, he was honored by a new Navy Honor Guard. After reviewing the weapons collection systems, a color raising ceremony then took place in a solemn moment where the financial flag was hoisted. After this protocol moment, the Chief of the General Staff boarded on a ship on the Djibouti Navy to reach Tajora. This sea trip is part of the follow-up to the joint military exercises that took place in Tajora. This exercise, designed to strengthen the effectiveness of the Djiboutian Armed Forces, was an opportunity to coordinate the actions of the different branches of the Army and public security forces in preparation for the situation of defense and protections of the Djibouti's strategic infrastructure. Arriving in Tajora, the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces was welcomed by the Chief of the Defense Staff, the Chief of the Corps of the Tajora Joint Regiment, Ali Shaham Dawood, as well as his operations advisor. Together, they took part in a strategic debriefing on the joint exercise simulating the protections of the port of Tajora against possible threats. This exercise, part of the ambitious plan to strengthen the security of the strategic infrastructure of the Republic of Djibouti, mobilized the military of Tajora, the Djiboutian Navy, the National Gendarmerie, as well as the National Police. These forces worked together to test and validate a multidimensional defense system capable of dealing with potential land and maritime threat. The Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces stressed the exercises to strengthen interoperability of the armed forces and ensure the protection of sensitive areas of the countries. He also announced that similar future exercises would be organized in other strategic sectors of the country as part of the ongoing process of strengthening national security. This initiative is aim to ensure increased vigilance and optimal preparation for the security challenges of tomorrow. The Ministry of Women and Family officially inaugurated the National Children's Week at the PICA 12 Daycare in partnership with USAID. This initiative focuses on the theme A Day of Awakening and Creativity for the Children of PICA 12 Daycare, emphasizing the importance of the intellectual and artistic development of children. The event brought together officials from the Ministry of Women and Family, educators, parents, as well as international partners committed to the well-being of children. The PICA 12 Daycare, one of the establishments set up by the Ministry of Women and Family, embodies a promising vision. By setting up this daycare center, the Ministry of Women and Family continues to play a crucial role in the emancipation of the Djiboutian families. This dedicated space allows children to benefit from early education. For her part, the Director of Mother and Child at the Ministry of Women and Family, Ms. Fozia Ali Usman, said that during this special day, several activities were organized to encourage the awakening and creativity of children, artistic workshop, educational games, as well as physical activities adapted to their age, allowing the young participants to explore their talents and strengthen their social skills. For the international scene, Donald Trump and Joe Biden at the White House, as is tradition, is ongoing. President Joe Biden invited newly elected President Donald Trump to meet him at the White House to discuss the transitions on Wednesday, November 13, after shaking hands with the outgoing head of state in the Oval Office. The 45th and soon to be 47 American president said the transition would be the smoothest possible. The two men seated by a fireplace made very short statement before starting their meeting, which was attended by their respective chief of staff, Jeff Zientes for Joe Biden, Susie Wiles for Donald Trump. We will do everything we can to make sure you have everything you need, Joe Biden said. The Israeli carnage continues in Gaza. At least 14 Palestinians have been killed and several others injured in an Israeli airstrike in the southern and central Gaza Strip. The Israeli army targeted a roadside stall selling goods in the Khizan Abu Rashwan area south of Khan Yunis, killing 2 Palestinians and wounding several others, the local civil defense said. In a separate Israeli attack, a medical source told reporters that 3 Palestinians were killed and 10 others injured, most of them children, in an airstrike on a house in the Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza. According to the sources, one of the victims arrived at Al-Awda hospital in Nusayrat as remains, while 10 others were treated for injuries. The limbs of 2 other victims were taken to Al-Aqsa Martyr Hospital, according to witnesses. And to close up this edition, Hezbollah strikes military base, Israeli bomb Beirut. At least 8 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike on a residential building in Mount Lebanon province east of Beirut. Lebanese media reported that several others were injured in the attack that targeted the Dawhit Aramot area. Damage was reported to several buildings in the neighborhoods. Israeli warplanes also carried out a series of airstrikes in southern Beirut targeting the neighborhoods of Haret Herk, Bir al-Abed, Lailaki, and Goberit. Hezbollah said it had launched missiles at an airbase south of Tel Aviv in central Israel, as well as explosive drones at a military base near the northern city of Nahariya. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.